Here we are again, Hot Wheelers. So I picked this model up. Just to let you guys know, I do have a Kyosho version of this car, and I did a review on that on March 25th, 2021. But you can also just search my channel for like Honda City, and it should come up. But anyways, I thought this model looked pretty cool, so I figured we'll take a look here. Alright, so I found some information on the Turbo 2. This is an 85 Honda City Turbo 2. It was available between 1983 and 1986. There's a 1.3 liter engine up front, and obviously it's turbocharged. And it's making only like 110 horsepower. It's front wheel drive as well. It's not all wheel drive or anything like that. And could do 0 to 60 in around 9 seconds, well, in the 8-second range. But what I didn't know, besides those stats, is the story behind it. The son of the founder of Honda Motor, so his name is Hirotoshi Honda. He's the son of the founder, and he's also the founder of a company called Mugen. So nowadays is a really popular tuning company associated with Hondas. I never knew that, but anyways, he was the pretty much the creator of this car. He came up with this idea to pop in a turbo and flare out the fenders, and also give it these crazy graphics, I guess. I'm not sure if these are the original graphics, but the internet is telling me some sort of graphic kit. And then yeah, so it turns out the thing has a nickname called the Bulldog because of the weird flared out fenders here. I guess people think this view looks like a Bulldog, or maybe more like that view. I'm not sure about that. What do you guys think? So anyways, besides that, I just learned that this thing is rolling on 13-inch wheels. Sorry, I seem to have some of this stuck in my throat. Probably cat hair. Anyways, so that's all I found out about the car. Now, the dimensions, though, are 34-20 millimeters. So let's take the calipers here, zero it out. This time I got some Scotch tape, so it should be more accurate reading. So 54.92. So it's a little bit on the big size, like 162 scale or something like that. But we'll show it next to the Kyosho later on. But before that, let's just go through the photographs and see how well of a job they've done. And I gotta say, I think they've done a pretty awesome job here, Hot Wheels. There are other images of a car like this with different wheels, but in this particular case, I do think this is pretty much spot on. I think this is actually some sort of Hot Wheels event. Yeah, it is. I'll show you. The front view has a Hot Wheels banner, so I don't know if Hot Wheels bought one of these cars and specifically made it, and then they made a model of it, or they made the model first and then bought one of these cars and made it look like the model. I don't know the story behind it. If anyone knows, it'd be kind of cool to know the answer to that. So sorry, it's really hard I can't really focus between the car and the photo. I guess it'd be better to look at the car, I suppose, the model, I mean. Anyway, so yeah, if you see here on this photograph, let me focus on that. It says wheels, right? So obviously this is a Hot Wheels event somewhere. I think it was in Malaysia, if I can recall properly. But yeah, I mean, in particular, it's the wheels. I mean, these wheels might have been specifically molded for this car. They look an awful lot like these. They look like DTM or Speedlines or OZ rally wheels or something. With the perimeter intake system. I suppose they're not 100% correct because this has the holes on the very perimeter, whereas they're kind of more like facing us right now instead of like facing upwards like there. But they're pretty darn close. I mean, they're like 70% there, I would say. So I'm not even gonna I doubt I'll do a 3D wheel print for this. Who knows, maybe if I get really bored I will, but for now I was just thinking of maybe taking a gold Sharpie and hiding this ugly axle. So let's do that later though. Okay, so let me get that better light angle here and see if there are any problems with the model itself. So as we saw with the photo of the real car, obviously the graphics are all spot on. The quality though, not sure what's going on here. That's not so nice. And then yeah, this headlight I noticed now is a bit off center. Well, both of them actually. So the graphics seems to be a little bit shifted, unfortunately, so that's too bad. Oh well. Okay, now what do we have here? Oh yeah, that's cool. It's reversed turbo, so if it's following you, you can see it in your rearview mirror and that'll read correct. Alright. It's got this little power bulge because that engine, I guess, has a taller camshaft cover. I think is made of magnesium, and they need to make room for it. It's a taller engine, I guess. I'm imagining these are like those racing pins, hood latch pins, although I don't see those on that photo of the real car. I also don't see these things on the photo of that real car we're just looking at. You might want to rewind and pause. So I'm not sure why those would be there. Strange. A little bit of ribbing here. The recess for the wiper blade, but no wiper blade molded into the glass, which is kind of weird. Pretty cool printing up here. City Turbo 2. This side, no major problems. Back here, yeah, I don't see... I can read Honda nicely. Unfortunately, the Turbo 2 text is a little bit blurry. I guess I can see Turbo 2, but what is this? This stuff before it? I don't know. Well, anyways. Okay, Honda badge there is kind of cool. So taillights are nice. Basically, the printing on the backside is spot on. You know, it's aligned properly, so that's nice to see. The top's just got a little sunroof here. It's really cool orange paint. It'll really stand out in someone's collection. Okay, so let's see here. 2019. All right. And then we got the, rubber tires, real riders. So I'm gonna take one off right now, actually. And let's pull up the Sharpie and see what happens. Worst case, I think Sharpies might be alcohol based. So if you screw up, you can take like some alcohol and a Q-tip and probably get it off. It's not paint, So let's see. I'm doing this through my camera screen, so it's not so easy. What I don't want to do is get it on the car itself. Okay. I suppose if you really wanted to pop out the details, you could put some of that a black paint wash in there, like a Tamiya weathering black. So, unfortunately, yeah, it's hard to get in between these spokes. There's a recess there, so I'm not sure if I can do that without destroying the tip of this brand new Sharpie, which I don't care to do. Alright, so I think that's done. Let's put the tire back on to... Let's see here. The tires are directional in a way. You can see there's a little seam here on the tire, so it's thicker on this side than it is on this side. And it seems like in this case the seam is on the inside. I've taken apart other ones and the seam was on the outside. So I'm not sure what they're thinking, if there's any reason, or is this luck. So look at that. I think that's much better looking, right? It's just kind of weird to see an exposed steel axle. Unless the center cap is like chrome on the real car, I find this to be really distracting and ugly. But I think if it's all the same color, it's not so bad. What do you guys think? And also, this gold Sharpie seems to match this gold on the graphic here. Right? It's better than this. I would call this yellow, whereas this definitely looks gold. Right? So yeah, I think it works out, guys. If you have this car, just go and invest in one of these Sharpie golds. Okay, so anyways, I think it's pretty cool. So let's compare it next to the Kyosho now. Get this stuff out of the way. We got Senorita Spin Master all ready to go. And whoa. So it's a little out of scale, right? It's definitely I didn't think it would be that much larger. Granted, it's got the fender flares and stuff, but it's very much taller as well. So, interesting. Alright, and then, well, the wheels are naturally going to be bigger because they're Hot Wheels. They do like to stylize their stuff, but yeah, that was actually quite a surprise to see the size difference there. I'll have to speed this up here. Look at the rear end here. This is a little moto compo that you could buy as an option that would go in the trunk of this thing. So you can find images of that when you look up a Honda City Turbo 2. Or just a Honda City from like 1980s, in that range. Okay, well anyways, top view here. There you get a really good idea. Let's put them up against the curb. Kick it to the curb. Yeah, it's quite a bit larger. Well, anyways, just an interesting observation, I suppose. I still gotta say, that's a cool looking car. I think I'm gonna go with this Sharpie marker and color all the wheels and call it a finished project. I'm a little let down that the headlights are not printed properly though. Okay, well guys, I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next review. Take care.